First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for Up Next, postwrestling.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts, and of course,
twitch.tv/upnext podcast. Hello, Twitch Room.
Yes, hello, Twitchers. We love going live after NXT every Wednesday because we're your NXT friends. And tonight is no exception. It's New Year's Evil.
Oh, yes. New Year's Evil. Wahahaha.
Evil. Yes. New Year's is come and gone, and what an exciting year. 2020's gone.
It's gone. It's fucked off. Wow. It's now 2021, and so far so good, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
A wise artist, writer, poet once said, "What the world needs now is love. Sweet love." That poet was Burt Bacharach.
Yeah.
That's what you know. Another poet once said, "Fuck Donald Trump."
Yeah, I think I'm more along the lines of we need an orange man in prison, to be honest,
right,
and out of the White House.
I like poet, and we're poetic.
And, you know, racists and evil people to just fuck off.
Look, we're in Canada. We're recording here, and look, we're gonna get into some NXT. We're gonna get into the wrestling, but we're recording in Toronto, where we live, and it's like, you know, when you hear like the couple outside your window, outside your house, arguing, and it's just like it's not good. You feel bad, but what can we do?
Yeah, I gotta say it's
when you live in the same complex as a meth lab. Essentially, we're on top of it.
Last year, I think we all just got beaten down, and I kind of opened up my computer this morning, looked at the news. It wasn't even shocking, you know. It's just fuck.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel. It's so sad. Like, especially all our American friends and listeners. It's really fucked, and it's really sad. And hopefully, change is coming very soon. Hopefully for the better. And we're thinking about you. And we, I mean, let's call it what it is. It's terrorism happened today, right? And I think if it was other people doing these things, it would come to very different circumstances. But it's ridiculous. Like, why am I watching interviews with terrorists after they've stormed this building? It's fucked. It's ridiculous. It's really fucked.
The world is... We all got through 2020 if we made it out alive. The world is a crazy place. We have still a pandemic going on, and then there's people against vaccines and everything. So we're a silly wrestling podcast, but for wherever you may be, we hope you're all right.
We can't ignore it.
And hey, someone right now is like, sorry, you guys, I don't agree with what you're saying. Well, sorry, but
that's fair. But we love you too.
Yeah,
you know,
like,
just be nice to each other.
Like, love over hate always is what I say. And just things, we thought 2021 would be a lot different, and already 6 days in, it's no different. It's the next evolution. It's not good.
Yeah,
not good. So we're here to brighten your day.
We're going to try. That's that. We've got that out of the way. But
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. We've put out a few shows on the Patreon in this new year, I feel. But this is the first time we're talking to all of you guys.
All of you.
Happy New Year. I hope all your resolutions are going well. I hope you've tried to put all of last year behind you as best as you can. And I really, truly hope you enjoyed NXT tonight.
Yeah, what he said. How was your New Year's?
Was
it wild?
You know what?
Was it crazy?
It was different, and I really enjoyed it. I ended up... we're live on Twitch right now.
Yeah.
We're figuring out all this Twitch stuff.
We're on Twitch a lot.
We've been twitching pretty much daily. And New Year's Eve, I saw a friend of mine, and we went on Jackbox TV, and we played with all our friends. Yeah, we played with all a load of Up Next listeners. some Jackbox TV. They're all party games. I've been playing it a lot.
Yeah, you dragged me into it the other day.
You don't need a PlayStation or anything. All you need is your phone or a computer to be able to play along. They're all fun party games. They don't last more than 15 minutes per game.
We had a lot of listeners join in the other night.
It's been great fun. I've really enjoyed it doing it.
Yeah,
Way joined in. Way and Pauline played on New Year's Eve.
Wow.
Yeah.
I highly recommend anyone follow the socials on Twitter and Instagram at upNXT Podcast, because we'll tweet out when we are about to go live and stuff, kind of give you a warning of when we go. Because if you want to join in on these games, we'll probably be doing it in the near future. We're in Canada. It's wintertime. We're gonna be locked up and cold and stuff, so we'll be playing silly things live on Twitch. A lot. But that sounds like it's 20. Like, what else are you supposed to do on New Year's? Not supposed to do anything.
No.
And New Year's already is overhyped night anyways. So now everyone had to kind of stay in. I just ordered way too much sushi.
Oh, yeah?
Watched, live. The countdowns sucked this year because they didn't want,
No,
countdowns.
it was very strange.
Yeah, it was weird. I flipped through some different, live performances and found some live DJs and stuff and watched some things and lit some candles. I popped a bottle at midnight. I popped a bottle of a giant bottle of champagne.
It's funny because we were going, shall we stop playing for the countdown? Does anyone want to watch the countdown or whatever? And everyone
This is the countdown.
Everyone was like, why? So I just did a countdown on my laptop and then sang a bit of Frank Sinatra.
Wow. Patterson over here.
But you know what? One of the better New Year's Eves for me.
There you go.
As sad as that sounds, I love playing and chatting with all you other lonely people.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think through the pandemic, we've done a great job of entertaining not only ourselves, but with all our listeners and stuff, with the watch-alongs and stuff like that. We can get it right out the way. We'll be doing a watch-along for the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yes.
So looking forward to that. But yeah, hanging out with people while watching wrestling has become a tradition now. It's going to be weird when you start having friends over again for wrestling, and it's well, hold on, guys, I got to go live still, because the chat's fire.
The chat's fire right now.
They're waiting for me on Twitch there. It's what it's going to, and Zoom. So that's what it's going to end up being.
Yeah, I don't know how, when the world... Yeah, I've no idea.
Yeah.
I think I'm destined to be single forever now because I don't have time for anything else. I don't have time for another job.
Yeah.
Just go to Twitch.
Twitch it all.
Just go to Twitch.
And hope Thea Trinidad raids us again.
Oh, yeah. That was a lovely surprise. My best friend.
So New Year's is come and gone, and it's a new year. We did a Wrestle Kingdom show. I worked an overnight, and then I came home and caught up and watched a little on delay. And then we both woke up, or didn't sleep, 3 a.m., the other night, and watched live night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom. The whole show is available for all patrons on the Patreon, but I think the video is still up on Twitch if you want to watch that anyways, if you want to be cheeky about it. But right off the bat, the matches from that were insane. I feel my palate has been cleansed fully of just some really great wrestling. More importantly, Kota Ibushi versus Jay White. I think I need to rewatch it. I keep thinking about it. Oh, Ospreay Okada, another classic.
Yeah.
But I think it's Jay White and Ibushi. I'm was that one of the best matches I've ever seen?
I need to rewatch a few because Shingo Takagi versus Jeff Cobb was definitely... There's an argument for that being the best match of the whole 2 shows. You can argue that match.
You could argue that.
Jay White Ibushi. I'm seeing very opposite ends of the spectrum with it. I personally loved it. I thought it was fantastic, but hearing some negative stuff as well. So it's quite...
It was really long.
It was long, but it didn't feel long.
No, it didn't at all. It didn't at all. All the matches that we just mentioned felt like they went by really quick, and then they're telling me the times, and I'm like, whoa, what? It felt like 5 minutes compared to some of the other wrestling we watch. But I love New Japan, and it was a weird thing not hearing people clap. But of course, when you heard the sound of the crowd actually come alive, even though they weren't supposed to, when the Rainmaker is there, and the feels that hit me. So again, wherever you are in the world, wrestling is this weird thing that keeps bringing us together. But I like the tradition of us here in Eastern Standard Time waking up. I know how it feels now, guys, you UK people and everything. I know how it feels. When the WWE did the UK tournament a while ago, before NXT UK, I woke up to watch it live too, because I was like, I'm going to do what you guys did. And I like waking up for
I
wrestling.
think this is honestly the hardest time, because since the pay-per-views moved to midnight, most pay-per-views are starting at Sorry, it's a 7 o'clock out
Yeah.
time. Most pay-per-views in the UK start at 12 and end around 3, 4 at the latest. This is hard because this is starting at 3 a.m. It's like I can't really get a sleep in before,
Yeah.
and I can't really have much of a sleep after. Kind of, by the time we finished doing our show, it was 10 a.m. So I was fine yesterday. I had a sleep, woke up about 3, and had my day. But then it was last night trying to get to sleep. I'm up at 5 a.m. still wide awake because... So today I found it more of a struggle than yesterday, but I'm hoping my clock is starting to get back.
Yeah, it will. But Japanese, it's like you have jet lag from going there.
Yeah, I feel like I went to Japan for the night.
And I'll say it again. First trip out of here, out of quarantine, I'm going to a Wrestle Kingdom and Mario World.
Don't think it'll be my first trip.
Who's
but
coming with?
I'll be going, yes.
We'll plan a trip. Imagine we planned a trip with all the upNXT.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like to go on my own.
You're like, leave me alone.
I love you guys, but if I'm going to Japan, I don't.
I'm going to a fucking beach and hiding somewhere for a month out of quarantine. So that was a lot of fun. And you want all our thoughts on that, again, go find that. We have a lot of shows out on January time. $5 a month, North American tier, patreon.com/upnext. Best Match Ever, part 1 and 2 of 2020. We have our Was Next, where we're talking about some of the stuff featuring Luke Harper and the tag team title tournament in 2003 NXT, which is funny of what's happening now in tag team tournaments in 2021. So we also have a Best Match Ever, Brody Lee, Luke Harper. That's going to be free on this very feed, and that's going to be coming out Friday. So look for that on this very free feed if you want a little taste of what we do.
Yeah, we'll be talking about some more Shingo Takagi.
Yeah.
A lot of WWE Tag Team Wrestling with the Wyatts, the Shield, the Usos. I've almost finished my rewatch. Some really great stuff there, and it's quite like the tribute show last week. It's quite cathartic to just go back and watch some great John Huber, Brody Lee, Luke Harper matches. So we'll be putting that out for free on Friday.
Yeah, so look for that, and it'll be for free, but that's kind of the stuff that we do on the Patreon. And not only are we doing Best Match Ever, Brody Lee, that's free. We have the Batman Forever review coming out later, that'll be for free. But on the Patreon, like I mentioned, some Was Next, going back with the Retro NXT. But then we're having Up Yours, where we're going to be talking about a Royal Rumble from 1995.
Oh yeah, with Jason Hagholm.
So that's going to be lit. We also have our boy, John Cena Evil. He has picked one of his favorite movies that he's been bugging us to review forever because we both said we haven't seen it. So he's like, you have to watch it. So he's going to come on and talk about it. Zombie Pod Master himself. Killer
Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, holy shit. Sounds great. So,
I think it's one of those does what it says on the tin kind of films.
Yeah.
Like snakes on a plane.
Yeah,
I'm guessing some alien clowns are going to come to Earth and kill people.
Killer. Yeah. They're going to be killer. But patreon.com/upnext. $5 a month gets you access to all the shows and all the shows we've done in the past. I keep thinking of all the past shows that we did this year. We talked a little bit about best shows with John Away. There's so many fun random reviews like that one that we've done.
Yeah, especially our UK listeners. I'm sorry, I know you've just gone down into a full lockdown.
Yeah.
For $5, that's what, £3.50, something like that. You can't. It's less than a meal deal from Tesco's. You can get over 250 shows for £3.50.
There you go.
From the UK. So do that. You can put it on, and we can keep you entertained for the next 3 months. You're in lockdown, not able to do anything.
You can hear us talk about all sorts of different shit. The catalog runs deep, and this month is a great time because not only that, but then we have the Royal Rumble Zoom game. That's right. I am champion, Lucha Libre. I won. I'm the champ. I don't got to be in the Rumble, but we're going to be there. We're going to host it. Somehow, some way, we're still working on the kinks. We're going to have a Zoom Rumble.
Yes, we'll be putting out kind of the first bit of information for all our patrons next week in regards to the Zoom Rumble. So keep your eyes on your inbox because I think it's going to be a hot ticket, if you will. And we're getting this Wrestle Kingdom week out the way.
Yeah.
And we'll start talking to you guys all about our plans next week to get you involved
with the Royal Rumble. Yeah, and the winner faces me at Mania.
Absolutely. We've got a Book-a-Mania card, so
yeah, exactly. And we have some entries announced. Andrew Thompson,
yes,
coming in the Rumble at number 1.
Yes, he is.
Wei Ting's going to be in the Rumble. I feel like he should just be number 2.
Is Wei going to be number 2?
He should be.
Yeah, all right. Because he's got the beef.
They got beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got beef with both of them too. Fuck them.
All right.
Yeah, they can come in 1 and 2. See if they make it to number 30.
So where you hear that, you're busy that night. You're entering number 2.
Yeah, he'll be busy jobbing out. Can I enter the Rumble in a mask?
You could do like a Roman Reigns and try and defend your championship in the Rumble.
No.
You're not that confident, are you? You're not
We'll
that
wait for me. We'll wait for me. We have some surprises for this game, and it's looking good. So hopefully it works out, and we can have a fun show. But again, the schedule, all that stuff. Follow all the socials and the Patreon and stuff, and help support us. And last plug, I swear, for now. ProWrestlingTees.com/upnext. You want the White Claw Up Next hoodies? We fucking got them.
Yeah, if you're watching the Twitch channel right now, the graphic is on the screen. You can see our fresh new White Claw raccoon hoodie.
Wow, you did merch.
I did merch. All our other tees as well. If you prefer the raccoon logo on a t-shirt, you can get that. We have the hoodies in white and black right now. Thank you to everyone who's already bought one. It's already our best-selling item.
Yeah.
So, ProWrestlingTees.com/upnext. I believe there's even a sale going on right now.
There you go. So go buy a Brody Lee shirt, go buy some Wrestle Kingdom stuff, and go buy an Up Next White Claw Raccoon hoodie.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening. But let's talk about some NXT from January 6th, 2021. And we're talking about New Year's Evil. And that's the special. That starts off with commercial-free limited matches. So 2 matches tonight won't have commercials, including the first one. Karrion Kross going up against Damian Priest.
Yes, but before that, we have our host of the evening,
right,
Dexter Loomis, who's at the control board with all the light switches. He's kind of switching the lights on, putting the spotlights on, and then he's got this lever for New Year's Evil, and he switches it from off to on, and as it turns on, he goes from his typical murder black t-shirt to this beautiful red suit, looking like a sexy devil,
peacocking,
to start off New Year's Evil. You know, I don't care much about his matches. I quite enjoy Loomis in these roles.
I agree.
Can he just be the resident artist for NXT who just always just draws pictures?
He should just be the GM.
Yeah, just when Regal's out, he'll just draw a picture booking the match.
This is how
this made me laugh, and I thought this was quite a cool opening.
He has some bits in and out of the show that are pretty funny.
I think he's good in this role.
Very funny, considering he doesn't talk and he's the host. So we start off Kross Priest 1-on-1, and it's I guess you could say it's big lads wrestling.
Big lads wrestling.
Yeah, it's big lads wrestling. Not like the steaks of steaks, meaning like the hams and meat castles of Shingo and Jeff Cobb, because that was a meat battle there. But these are big hosses. And it's Kross and Priest. And it's Kross kind of throwing Priest around on the outside early on. And then Priest kind of does the Kota Ibushi spot where he sells the injury, the shot, and then he's like, no, come on, hit me harder. So he keeps rocking him and hitting him, Priest back, and just bullying him essentially. But Priest comes back with a lariat and the broken arrow for a near fall, then goes for like his cannonball. There's then a fight where he keeps trying to hit him with the Razor's Edge, and he does hit him with it, like a classic Razor's Edge here for a two count. But then he sends him to the outside, a tope con, and then a top rope spinning heel kick. Priest is in control with the South of Heaven, the choke bomb sit out thing. And then he's going for something else, but it's countered, and Kross now takes control, beating him down with this like Kevin Nash style jackknife powerbomb here. Looked great with more care in it. He looked like he
actually tried to throw him down, didn't just drop him.
The Kevin Nash style. Looks great, but then Priest starts to get up, and even though he absorbed that powerbomb, and he's like, "I'm still standing, bitch." So Kross nails him with a roundhouse kick, the Doomsday Saito, and then while Kross goes into the corner, Priest is getting up but like to his knees. From behind, Kross runs at him with this like elbow forearm strike to the back of the head, which I'm calling the Hidden Kross.
It's very similar to the Hidden Blade, more of the front of the forearm rather than swinging it, but looked good. I like this finish for him.
The Hidden Cross and Kross pins Priest. It's all over. What'd you think?
This was good. I don't think it blew me away. There wasn't anything necessarily bad about the match. Some big power moves from both guys. It's always fun just watching big lads wrestle and throw each other around. I find with Priest, sometimes he makes it look a bit fake. You see him kind of setting up for a move. You see the leg slapping a lot with him, I find. And he does cool moves for a guy his size, but I just feel it's a bit kind of, fake with him at times. And Kross, it's still my same issue. He looks like a main eventer. I think his facial expressions are everything look good. Scarlett just adds to the act. His entrance is cool. But I still don't quite get that extra bit of menace when he's hitting his moves. I thought this forearm was a good touch adding to it, but I don't see him as an NXT main event caliber performer when it comes to the actual wrestling. Everything else I do, but when it comes to wrestling, it's just fine. It's not bad. It's fine.
Yeah, that's how I felt about this match. It wasn't a bad match, but I kind of was expecting like them killing each other, and because
Priest's done that. I think Priest is someone that will have quite a good match and we'll go, oh, that was great, and then we kind of just go a bit, oh yeah, it's Damian Priest again, and I feel he's got to win my respect every time I watch him.
Yeah,
and I don't think these guys killed it.
They had a fine match, but it didn't really. I wouldn't say like, hey, this is the match of the night or anything like that. But it was all right. I kind of need Kross to come a bit more aggressive, considering
absolutely
the main event is Kyle and Finn, and like they are pretty hard hitting, aggressive, and strong style, whatever you want to call it. I feel like Kross has it in him, but something's maybe not clicking right away. But maybe he just came back from injury. He barely wrestled realistically even before the injury here in NXT, so maybe it's still working out some kinks. But yeah, like he needed to win, but it didn't make me excited to see him face whoever wins.
I mean,
tonight.
I assume he's gonna face the winner of Finn and Kyle, which we'll get to later. If he can't pull it off there, he needs to convince me.
Yeah,
but him against, it's Finn. Finn wins.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Like we're getting there. If he doesn't have like a fantastic match against Finn, I'm kind of over this guy as a main eventer.
Definitely. I feel like he has to deliver with that match. Like it has to be a killer. It has to be a slobber knocker. We go to Adam Cole and Roderick Strong backstage, and they let us know that they're tagging. They mentioned that last week, that they're the tag team now of Undisputed Era. And they say that we're both former champs in our own regards. Roddy being North American, me being NXT and North American. And Roddy says that next week they have to go up against Breezango.
Yeah.
And they said that Breezango is good. They're good wrestlers. They have great entrances, but can they get the job done?
Isn't that just what I said about Kross?
Yeah.
Breezango across.
This is what Roddy said, though. He said that. So they said that they're going to get the job done, and it's going to be the prophecy all over again, but with different people in different places. And it starts tonight with Kyle O'Reilly. So the prophecy 2 is a thing we're going to be chasing down the line. We'll see. We go to the greatest wrestler ever in the WWE, Gran Metalik.
Oh, yeah.
Gran Metalik showed up last week on NXT with Lince Dorado, and they cut a little promo, and then they had a tag match against Legado del Fantasma, and it was lit. And then they won. Then they showed up on Raw, and then they have a tag team match, and they fucking win. I know this because we had Raw on while we were twitching and playing Wrestle Kingdom matches in our 2K game.
Yes.
But then I popped huge when I saw the Lucha House Party show up on Raw. And then they won. So then he's got a Cruiserweight title match right now. And I'm stoked. Gran Metalik is my new favorite of all time. He's my
do you want to change your best of for 2020?
Just Gran Metalik. Yeah. Gran Metalik going one-on-one with Santos Escobar. Santos comes out with his 2 goons, and Joaquin Wilde is wearing a nice bow tie.
Yeah, look good.
Lince Dorado wasn't wearing his pimped out Raptors jersey, though. That thing is fire. That thing's very crazy. Nice. So lit. Lucha lit.
Maybe an idea for a t-shirt down the line.
just steal
The purple red one.
Yeah. What would it like? Just a rip?
Be a raccoon, won't it?
A raccoon as the raptor.
Yeah.
All right, we need to call Robert Pearson. Someone call Robert Pearson.
Both our birthdays are too far away, so.
So the Raptors aren't doing too good right now. Gran Metalik going one-on-one with Santos Escobar. Gran Metalik has this whole Sin Cara, baby blue kind of gear going on. Ultimo Dragon maybe influenced. Power Ranger influenced here. It kind of looked like Sin Cara.
It did look like sleeveless Sin Cara.
Yeah.
It's the baby blue.
Yeah,
the baby blue
cool.
just
The
screams
gold,
Sin Cara.
but definitely some Power Ranger influence. Santos versus Metalik. I right away I have Lucha stuff because the whole thing was that they think you don't own Lucha. Lucha is for the people. Lucha is for the children. Lucha is for everyone. And that's what they do here. Gran Metalik's hitting Hurricane Rana's left and right. He does like the triple rope jump Hurricane Rana, and then Santos is like, I'm getting out of here, and slides out of the ring. And Metalik is so fast, as he sees him leaving the ring, he just goes for the like top rope acai moonsault to the outside and times it perfectly to land on Santos when he like turns around.
Oh, it looked fantastic.
Just
I love this
crazy.
spot.
How did he do that? Just insane. And if that wasn't enough, he then rolls him back in and then hits like a tope senton atomico there, and then a wasteland. Everyone hits the wasteland since Wade Barrett's on commentary.
Got to impress Wade.
Yeah. They go to P&P, and it's Santos who gets control and starts to work on him and work the back. And when we come back from break, he's got him in like this Mexican surfboard type thing. Metalik comes back with these like crazy counters and sunset flips and more of the rope walking because he's the king of the ropes after all. You said that you want to learn how to do this. You don't even know how to wrestle.
I like this. The walking and spin around the
ropes. He walks and spins.
I often do that when I'm running upstairs. I try and run upstairs
backwards
and spin around as I'm running up.
It reminds me of like a music video or something. Is it Christopher Walken? When the way he's dancing, I don't know. It's like the way he climbs the ropes is like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. He climbs that and does like more of these crazy like drop kicks and then like a tope to the outside, just insane. And then when Legado del Fantasma are thinking of getting their noses into this, it's Lindsay who does like a cannonball off the steps onto both of them to take them out of the equation. In the ring, it's Metalik who hits like this huge like swanton bomb essentially, but it's not enough to put it there. It's a huge spring splash, sorry. Santos though hits him with a pop-up knee, but then hits his own tope suicida. Metalik's mask keeps like coming off, and it's almost like Santos is trying to take it off, and they're fighting over that. And there's then like a crazy avalanche Hurricane Rana from Gran Metalik, which gets like a 2.9 here, but it's Santos who gets the control again after kicking out. Pop-up knee, the lifting, like, suplex lift back into the double knees.
Yep.
Which then sets him up for the fireman's carry into the Samoan driver. And it is all over. Santos Escobar retains. I cry. I cry.
I love this match. I thought it was great. I love the kind of resurgence of Gran Metalik and Lince Dorado. I kind of hope they're here to stay. I feel it might have just been a one-off thing, but I hope I'm wrong.
Why aren't they in the Dusty Classic?
I know that would be great.
They
right?
just won 2 matches on 2 different shows.
Yeah,
and I see watching this, you just go, why aren't you guys like champ? Why aren't you like in major storylines and stuff? I don't know if it was on a show or not, but these guys were in that chamber match, right?
Yes, that Elimination Chamber last year.
That shit was crazy.
They were the highlight of that match.
I remember watching that, and I think it's Lince Dorado who does a shooting star off the top of the fucking chamber.
Yeah.
And it's like Elix Skipper who does the crazy spot in the cage, and then it's like, cool, thanks. We don't need to push you or anything. It's like, what? These guys are nuts.
I always feel with the luchadors, was it Lindsay who sounded great last week?
His promo's crazy.
Oh, on Monday, wasn't it? He sounded really good. But I always feel with luchadors, kind of just the colors and the masks and all that are enough to kind of, you don't even really need to talk anyway to kind of get
cool.
over. You just need to put on cool matches and look cool.
Yeah.
I definitely like to see more of these guys, and especially seeing that they've been used a fair bit recently.
I want Gran Metalik to get another shot at the title. I want him to take it off Santos.
Have Lindsay have a go.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I want to see another tag team match, or maybe they get a third guy in here to fight. Who's their third? They have a third guy in the Lucha House Party, don't they? Who is it?
Sorry. Oh no, Kalisto's left them.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Kalisto left them. Right. Well, I love the lucha stuff, and I want more of it on NXT. I thought this was great. This might even be one. I liked the main event too. This was really fun though. I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah,
to kind of
this
crack
was
off.
a really entertaining.
Yeah,
match.
it was lucha stuff. We have Rhea Ripley. She's working out backstage. She's getting ready for her last woman standing match. And then Raquel, she's getting jacked too. She's ready. And then they give us the greatest tease before going to commercial. That up next is the return of Xia Li. Oh my God! Yeah, we said earlier the world's a twisted place right now, but we can all rejoice because it's the re-debut. Xia Li is here. First, there's a little Mercedes Martinez thing where she says it feels good to be back, and Io, even though you're the champ, it didn't look like you're too hot. You didn't look like the overall competitor when I threw you through that table. She's kind of saying, I want that championship, and she's challenging Io for it, so there's a future matchup down the line. But enough of that shit. Here we go. Xia Li. The epic entrance. All the screens and monitors have like this like dark, almost like a castle with red lights and fire burning all over the place, like red kind of theme, and it cuts over and we see someone in the throne in the middle of the stage, the ramp, and it's this master, this woman with like almost like the Grudge or the Ring makeup vibe going on.
Yeah.
Like she's very spooky.
White and black.
Yeah. Ju-on. And she's just chilling, and then we see Xia and Boa like appear, like the camera doesn't let you know that they've entered that spot, and then it shows that they're both there.
Boa in sunglasses.
Yeah. Boa's in all black, like a Men in Black, like Will Smith here. Black suit, black everything, black shades, and Xia with this like kind of black sleek gear / dress, but with this like red, almost like red headdress type, like almost like a classic. You've seen it in like Chinese. It's very popular. I don't want to say it looks like
in movies.
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah. I don't want to say it looks like the lantern, but a lot of the other stuff in the special
traditional garb.
Yeah,
I don't know its name, but yeah,
it looks great. It looks awesome. And she like he helps her take it off, and then she's got these little like blade arrow things that she's like doing some sort of like shadow.
Yeah, she used to do it with the fans.
Yeah,
didn't she? Yeah,
she used to do it with the fans. I actually thought they were going to turn into the fans, but I missed the fans. Now she's got these little swords, daggers, and she's in this new fresh gear, fresh coat of paint here. Xia Li, the killer, the trained assassin, getting in the ring with Katrina Cortez, a luchador here.
Yeah, is this, I might be wrong, is this the one who was briefly with Sin Cara on TV last year? Catalina, I think her name was, or is this someone different?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I got
John Cena will correct us in like 2 minutes.
I got the vibe because it's similar gear, similar mask even. But yeah,
and with all the name changes, I don't know. I can't keep up.
There's so many name changes. It's hard. So yeah. Well, Xia Li, Lethal Weapon versus Katrina Cortez. And Xia Li right away attacks her. There's a roundhouse kick. She does the classic fist into the hand pose, and then hits her again, and kind of it keeps looking at the master, like the master's like, yes, go on. And Xia Li now beating her up. There's a pop-up knee, and then this huge spinning roundhouse kick to the head, knocking her out. And Xia Li does what she didn't think she could do. Xia Li does, Xia Li does what she hasn't done in a long time, and that is win. Yes, Xia Li winning here, the return, as she stands tall.
This was great. This is what it needed to be. I was thinking she was maybe going to be involved a bit higher up the card to kind of really like stamp her re-debut, but this was good. You could see a difference in her style from when she left, which was needed because it wasn't good enough to just win the match. She seemed more aggressive. Her kicks looked really crisp. I loved her knee strike to set up her roundhouse to finish. Looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I was impressed, and I'm down with this gimmick. I love it. Some people, we did like this Twitch watch along with our patrons before going live, recording this show tonight, and a few people were saying, well, that was underwhelming. I kind of wanted the reveal of the master.
Yeah.
I don't think there necessarily is a reveal. The character is the master, right? But the whole story has been Xia Li. Xia Li going through training. So I think they did it right here.
I think you'll see Boa in the future.
Boa's going to do a similar thing. Yeah.
After this, they both get up and then they walk over into the same positions beside the master, and then they do this effect where it's like the smoke fills up and then it disappears and they're gone.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the commentary team, Vic Joseph, Wade Barrett, and they're like, whoa, I don't know what's going on.
What happened there?
And they go off about Chinese Zodiac, or if that's what they're going to be calling it or something. I'm not too sure, but it sounds cool. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Xia Li looks totally different. If you follow her on any of the social medias, she is like trained in all sorts of like fighting combat styles. She's very...
I feel this is why they got her in, right?
She's very athletic. Like, she's in crazy shape. She's gotten in even crazier shape than she was in before, and she was already jacked. And here she comes. She looks like a star with this gear here. She looked like awesome.
I wonder... Obviously, she's been filming all these vignettes, but I wonder if they've actually been kind of prioritizing her at the PC, like giving her more matches and stuff, because her ring work looked better than when we last saw her, right?
That spinning
and
heel
she's been
kick
off
at the
TV
end.
6 weeks, 2 months now, I'd say, actually wrestling. I thought she looked great here.
Well, we got to see what happens with her and the master and the whole thing. I dig it. It's cool. It's really weird.
I love it. I think it's been great.
Wrestling mixes with weird things, but this is gonna work, I think, for now.
Yes.
I see it with Xia Li. I think we made fun of her a few years ago, but we said like, hey, like, she's gonna get good, and when she does, it probably gonna work out for her. I see good things. William Regal is backstage, and he's letting us all know that the fight pit tonight is off, which we kind of knew before, because Thatcher is injured.
Yeah.
So no fight pit tonight, and it'll be rescheduled at a future date.
I haven't seen how serious this injury is. It kind of just came out today, but I hope we get to see this soon.
Yeah, there was some talk about someone from NXT showing up to SmackDown or something. It was weird.
Yeah, there was this rumor that came out today in the news that someone was meant to debut, I think, last week on SmackDown, and then that got pulled last minute. But it looks like someone is going to be moving to the main roster soon.
Would it be Ciampa?
I don't know. I see probably Priest. I don't see what else Priest has left to do.
Yeah, I think Priest needs to go up, yeah. It would give him a nice little fixin', little fresh paint there as well. And also, Sino in the Twitch chat, has let us know that, yes, in fact, Katrina Cortez was Catalina.
I've got a keen eye.
Yeah, for the...
For my lucha women.
Yes, exactly. So hopefully Thatcher is okay and we get that match coming up soon. Mackenzie Mitchell's with Bronson Reed ringside, and they're like, hey, sorry, no fight pit. And I was like, oh my God, are they just about to throw Bronson Reed in a fight pit? Like, yeah, please do that. And he's like, it's not that. But that fight pit would be aggressive, though. I like that. And I was like, oh, he's not going to do it. He says that Thatcher is aggressive, and it's what we need here. And in 2021, you're going to see a whole lot of aggression from Bronson Reed, and you're going to like what you see. I'm putting this whole place on notice, just like I'm putting all my money on Rhea Ripley winning the last woman standing match as her music hits.
This felt kind of like a main roster pre-show panel.
Yeah.
You know?
It was weird.
You'll then have Jerry Lawler go, well, I think Raquel Gonzalez is going to win. Just, all right, didn't know you were so interested in the women's division, Bronson, but okay, cool.
And then it's like, this is my brutality.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, cheers.
Bye.
He goes on, cheers, love. So Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez, last woman standing match. And this is going to be the what did they call themselves? The biggest, the baddest?
Battle of the Badasses.
Battle of the Badasses, ×2 in the last woman standing. There can only be one. Early on, there's a fall-away slam in there, and Raquel is kind of bullying and teasing Rhea here, giving a taste of her own medicine, if you ask me, and says, you thought we were friends? Ha! I fooled you. Bitch, you thought what? I lied. It's pretty much what she said.
Yeah.
I lied, I say, I cheat, I steal. I'm not your friend.
But we got tattoos together.
We got tattooed together. She said, I got it covered up, bitch.
Mine was henna.
So she's beating on her, and then Rhea fights back and goes for this like running drop kick on the outside, but Raquel swats her away with a chair. Rhea then gets handcuffs and handcuffs Raquel after she gets back after getting up. She takes the handcuffs away from her and handcuffs her. Is it Rhea who gets? Sorry, it's Raquel.
Raquel gets cuffed to the fence,
like the fence of the guardrail here because of the whole pandemic era thing. So Raquel is handcuffed there, but then, oh my God, the strength as she breaks out of it. She busts through.
So strong breaking that fence.
Hey, fences are fences. Maybe there's like a cut in it and she got out.
Sure.
So she gets out of that, and Raquel now throws Ripley like into the ring bell, and it goes off. And then Ripley is then thrown into like a table, and the count starts. The 10 count's how you win this. But Rhea gets up at 9. There's then brawling all over the place. They're fighting on the stage, and there's a big boot sending her through the stage there. They're fighting all over the place. It's kind of like video game-esque here, where they're kind of fighting into different areas. They're then like in this back area, and they're brawling, and then they kind of go both through this glass door, which is getting crazy. There's a glass door, but they both get up right before the 10 count, so it was about to be a double count out. Rhea sets her up on a table, and then climbs some sort of like gear or some sort of higher ground.
Yeah, like just cases, like electric cases, that kind of thing,
and then does a swanton bomb off of it before saying suck it with the DX crotch chop, and then hits a swanton bomb through the table on Raquel here, but Raquel gets up at 9. Oh my God. I actually thought this was pretty impressive.
Yeah, look cool.
Jeff Hardy used to do this shit all the time, and as a 16-year-old kid, I'd be like, holy shit.
Well, I think we just don't expect it from Rhea as well. We don't really see her take to the air much, so this was a cool spot.
So as we think Ripley's about to gain more advantage here, like she doesn't know what else to do to keep her down, she's blindsided by Dakota Kai, who runs in with a kendo stick here. They're still like ringside around this weird area. Dakota swinging for the fences, nailing her with this kendo stick, beating the hell out of her. But Rhea gains control, beats the hell out of Dakota Kai. Now, I know I always say Rhea Ripley's a bully, but hear this. Rhea Ripley stuffs Dakota Kai into a locker. A tiny locker, a cubbyhole locker.
It was pretty impressive. It's school bullying.
This is wild.
And then when she locked her in, she did the I was waiting for her to then just grab Raquel, go to the toilets, and like bog wash her.
Wet willies.
Yeah.
What did you call it?
A bog wash, a swirly.
Swirls. Yeah. Damn.
With a wedgie.
Wedgies.
We used to do what else was it? Did you wear school uniform here?
In the middle school, I did.
Okay. Peanutting.
What's that?
It's where you pull someone's tie really hard the knot goes like a peanut and you can't undo
the Smartie when you punch the top of the hat, you know, the little metal thing on the top of the cap. If you push it down on someone's head.
Smartie. Okay. Yeah. When you see someone you don't like and you just punch them in the face.
Beef stew. You know what beef stew is?
Who's that?
When you fart on someone.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a beef stew. That's all the things Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley's doing all this.
Yeah. So she locks Dakota Kai into a locker, and she's like, "You ain't getting out of that." She like pushes gear to block it here. She's like, "Nah, you're not getting out of this cubby hole here."
Apparently, since Dakota Kai's tweeted Triple H, going, "Hey, has everyone gone?
Help me out here. Help me." So this match continues, and there's then both of them brawling. Raquel is back up to her feet. They're fighting on the entrance ramp, the stage, and Rhea locks in the prism trap submission, but it's not. You can't win by submission. Rhea, while the move is locked in, grabs a chair, unfolds it kind of, and like bends Raquel back. This spot is crazy. If this were to be like another type of hardcore match, this would be the finish.
Yeah, this looked like something you'd see in a War Games match.
I Quit match or
looked
something.
Really, really good.
Bending Raquel back with the prism trap and the chair with over around the neck. This is pretty crazy. It's pretty lit. And then she lets go because she realizes she can't win with that. But Raquel still gets up. And then there's like a Death Valley driver into the stage setup here. And then all the glitches and stuff go off. Great touch. And then Raquel still gets up. So Rhea's like, what the fuck can I do to beat this girl? And it's Raquel who starts to fight back. And while they're still like on the entrance ramp, Raquel hits her Texas tornado bomb through the stage, essentially. This like set up little part off the side there, totally going right through it. They both fall through it, but it's Raquel who gets up at the 9 count, and Rhea Ripley is counted out. Raquel Gonzalez is the last woman standing.
I thought this was really entertaining. Didn't outstay its welcome either. Some last man standing matches go on a bit too long, I find. Thought they did a lot of fun, creative stuff here. The right person won. I think we're going to see Rhea maybe lost in this stage for a while and then find her way out for the Royal Rumble, perhaps.
Like Dakota in the locker?
Yeah, I feel this should be her write-off now. Raquel has kind of defeated her. She's now the kind of biggest badass in NXT women's division. I also liked how Raquel put her through the stage and won. So often we see these big spots where someone does something and both go crashing through, and the person who actually took the move ends up winning. Think like Shane Miz at WrestleMania. They do that big superplex.
And he wins.
And Shane wins, though. And they seem to do that a lot. And I was glad to see, Raquel hit the move. Raquel won. I thought this was pretty fun.
Raquel beats Rhea in the storyline of this feud is now put to bed. It's over. She's literally the last woman standing. I thought this was a great finish to this rivalry. I thought this was great. NXT is great, and they're known for their women's division. And this is why. Look, this match was so much fun to watch. They were banging and clanging here. There was a glass door.
The door spot was cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
Rhea had this nasty looking bump on like her tailbone, probably from that like swanton bomb off whatever the hell she jumped off. I thought both ladies here showed guts and everything. I thought this was great.
I feel this should position Raquel now as number one contender, but I still have a feeling we might have some sort of multi-woman match because Tony's been calling out EO and they've been having their brawls around the arena. Mercedes tonight was calling out EO directly. She wants the title. Raquel winning here. I think we might get a four-way or something. Maybe one of those gauntlet matches we had, but with the women this time.
Realistically, Raquel is the only one who has the true claim.
She's the only one who should have the claim.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people calling out EO right now.
The acclaim?
The acclaimed.
That's the other show. We have Johnny Gargano in his car with a cavalcade of police sirens and escort somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, they were needed somewhere else today.
Yeah, the cops were needed somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or maybe, So, up next is this celebration with Johnny Gargano with all these green lights flashing sirens.
He broke the curse.
The curse is over. So when we come back, the cavalcade make their way to the CWC, and they all get out here, and they look like they're dressed for prom, essentially. Everyone tonight looked like they're dressed for prom, I feel like, especially Vic Joseph and
I didn't wear a t-shirt and jeans and trainers to prom.
Well, I'm talking about like Austin Theory.
Oh, okay.
Austin Theory, I don't know. Johnny was wearing a nice blazer, nice shirt.
Not prom gear.
I think I'm thinking of when they cut to Vic Joseph.
Oh, Vic Joseph was going to prom.
Because Wade Barrett goes off on him.
He had his bow tie. Yeah. Him and Joaquin Phoenix. Not Joaquin Phoenix, sorry. Joaquin Wilde were definitely sharing a limo to prom. Hey, Joaquin Phoenix might go there as well. He had a nice tux.
You think Joaquin Phoenix watches wrestling?
Possibly.
Right?
If he was playing a wrestler, he'd definitely watch some and probably train. And he's pretty method.
The Wrestler 2.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
Who would he play? Joaquin Phoenix in a wrestler biography.
He'd play Joaquin Phoenix trying to be a wrestler. Trying to play wrestling. Yeah.
Do his whole mockumentary thing again.
I bet you he's a wrestling. If Jack Nicholson's a wrestling fan, Joaquin Phoenix is a wrestling fan. I like celebrity. I feel like you have an in. If you meet a celebrity, be like, yo, what do you think of...
Oh, for sure. If I was a bigger name, I'd definitely wrestle a War Games match with Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. For sure. 100%.
Like, I'm not talking about your Stephen Amell's and stuff, but, like, if it came out that, like, a top actor in Hollywood was like, yeah, I fucking love, like, wrestling, they'd be like, yo, like, do you...
We've seen it! Like,
No.
Hugh Jackman punching Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart. Like, they do it.
No one does it like
Cardi
Pat
B
McAfee.
at WrestleMania is coming up. It's going to be Cardi B and Melina
Against Tori Wilson.
again. Well, I don't know. She name dropped Melina. She big Melina fan.
Huge. Okay, so
She was like, I like. She tweeted something like, "Yeah, I remember Melina and
Came out with
those
her
two
two guys.
she used to do," or something like that.
I will say, I follow Cardi B on Twitter. She is fantastic.
She's so
She's
funny.
entertaining. I follow her and it was about like last year that she went off on WWE, like talking about how she used to watch it. And that people now have dug up those tweets because she would go off about like wrestlers and stuff. She watched around the same time I watched, like 2006, 2007, I think. Because some of the names she's like,
I noticed because
Yeah.
someone
she's like
tweeted, "Do you remember watching The Rock?" And she was like, "No, that was before my time." And I
Yeah.
was like, I feel old now.
Yeah. I can't believe Lacey Evans worked Cardi B.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I
work
think
your way
it's-
into a shoot, or
I think it's because Cardi B didn't know who
No.
she was. And
No,
she's
she doesn't
like,
know who she is.
"Bitch, what
Yeah.
are you saying?"
just saying. Cardi B needs to be at WrestleMania.
She will, surely.
Oh,
surely now.
Oh man, I'm down. Oh my god, I'd love it.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
War Games.
Last woman standing match. Cardi B versus Lacey Evans. I think Lacey Evans just worked her way into the biggest match of her
Yeah.
career.
Good
Biggest
for her.
thing in her career.
Good for
Everyone,
her.
she made any of the hip hop stuff I follow. We're all reporting the story about how some WWE wrestler like worked up Lacey Evans. So
Yeah.
it's pretty. she's doing a good job. I don't like Lacey Evans wrestling, like her matches or whatever. But
she's got better, but yeah, she's not one of the top.
She is very into the character.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Right? Like she is very into it. Remember that time she got like pulled over and stuff? Yeah, she's into the character.
Chris Elliott in the Twitch room suggested a WAP match, and then Hogan saw that, raised it to a WAP, a wet ass Punjabi prison match.
WAP games, obviously.
WAP games.
William Regal comes out when Lacey Evans and Cardi B. Well, will it be a mixed tag? Will it be Cardi B and her man Offset versus Lacey?
No,
and...
it's got to be Cardi B, Melina. I guess. Would you do Miz and Morrison instead of Nitro and Morrison? No,
Yeah.
sorry, what was his name? Mercury.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah,
Miz and
sure.
Morrison with Melina.
Against Cardi and who?
No, with Cardi. They're
Okay.
a team. She
Yeah,
loves
right.
those guys. Against Lacey Evans, fucking Elias Jackson Riker, and I don't know. Fuck.
These are bloody shoes.
Or just bring back Mercury for one night.
Wow,
Yeah.
to be those guys.
Yeah.
I just want to see Cardi B. You know, John Cena challenged Jay-Z to a rap battle once at WrestleMania 19, and he didn't show up. So he had a rap battle with a standout cutout of Jay-Z instead. Maybe it could be a rap battle. Like Cardi could rap against someone. That's something that I don't see her fighting. I don't see her wrestling.
They could do that great karaoke segment they did on SmackDown last year. Oh, that's one to remember for Worst Of. Doing
It
Worst
sounds
Of
great.
next Tuesday.
Sounds great. I could fantasy book not only Cardi B in my wrestling, but just hip hop people. But Cardi B.
I mean,
sounds
if
great.
it's still empty arena, boneyard match.
Cardi B in a boneyard match, where they're like, she'd show up.
Or it'll be like the Firefly Funhouse, but in that house they were running through in the WAP video.
Yeah, the WAP video.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
exactly a Firefly Funhouse match. Yeah, that's some crazy shit. Wow, we should be working for this.
We should.
We should be working.
What
for
were
this.
we even talking about?
Cardi B.
No, I mean before
I
that.
don't know. I just want to continue talking about that.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano and The Way. They are here, being dropped off, and they are here. And the curse has been broken. That's the way you make an entrance, says Johnny. The curse is lifted. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns, says Johnny. And he says he knows a thing or two about curses, but curses can be broken. I think the Cleveland Browns have had a tough week, if I'm not mistaken, with some COVID-related stuff.
But they made the playoffs, right?
They did. Okay. He says he's the best at everything because he broke the curse. He's the best champion. He's the best dancer. And then he starts to hip thrust. And Candice is like, oh, you're so powerful. He says that he's got something for her. Well, she's got something for him. And he says, what did you get? And she's like, infamy. And he's like, not like that arrow kind, the infamy, the archer of infamy, right?
Oh, yes.
Little dig there. Indy and Theory got them a gift, essentially, is what's happening here. Everyone's got gifts for everyone, but it's a gift for Johnny and Candice. And it's like when the kids get together to give the parents something for Christmas. That's exactly what.
Yeah,
this
Candice is like, they made it themselves.
We made it ourselves,
Dad.
And they say Johnny's a superhero, and you're all about giving, so we got you something. And they reveal that it's this giant, like, cartoon painting of almost like Fantastic Four mixed with the Avengers. Johnny Gargano is Tony Stark, but it's in all blue. It's great.
How long before this is on WWE Shop?
This picture?
Yeah, I reckon you'll be able to buy this.
Do you want it?
Sure. Well, yeah, it can go on our set.
I don't know if I want Austin Theory in the house, actually.
Yeah, true. We can cover him up.
Yeah. Put a picture of Marty.
We've already
over
got
him.
Sean Connery.
We have Sean Connery. Oh, we do. Fuck. We're hypocrites.
Mm.
We're hypocrites. It's okay. We still have Kyrie. She hasn't done
It's nothing like... You've seen Benno's background?
Yeah, he's got Hulk
Oh,
Hogan.
his is like a shrine of...
I have Chris Benoit's
He's got Hogan,
autograph. If
he's
you
got
want to
Warrior.
Put that up. I don't know. I do. It's in the back. I found it in the storage, and I was like, "Ooh, that's dated." What do I do with it? What am I supposed to do with it? What am I supposed to do with it?
Someone will buy it.
Yeah, exactly. Some fuckhead. If you want it, at the Brady. So they say that they are here to make an announcement, and The Way have announced that Johnny and Austin are entering the Dusty Classic as a tag team. And as they're saying this, Shotzi Blackheart comes out, and she's in the new tank, and Austin Theory's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So he goes down the entrance ramp to stop this, and Shotzi fires the tank, and it shoots out. It launches. It looks like it's one of her shirts that shoots out and directly nails Austin Theory in the theories.
Those things hurt. Those things... That killed Maud Flanders, a shirt cannon.
What?
Yeah.
Someone died from a shirt
Maud
cannon?
Flanders.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but rip.
Ned Flanders' wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that would hurt. I hope he was wearing a cup. But still, the impact, even if you are wearing a cup.
Jeez.
Would
just
hurt.
Ouch. There's
maybe you deserved it.
There's a Mike Wazowski joke, and I liked that. But then they all go down there, and it's Candice fighting with Shotzi and Indy, and Johnny's just in the ring standing there and kind of helping them. But there's a save from an unusual partner, and that is Kushida, who shows up to make the save with Shotzi. And Dexter Loomis now like rings a bell, and they're like, "What? Why did he ring the bell?" And then he shows a drawing he made, and it's Johnny and Candice versus Shotzi and Kushida.
He's very quick.
He drew this up.
He drew this very quick.
Or he saw Johnny's cavalcade thing and was like, "I got it. No, you're gonna come talk
He
shit."
might text Shotzi and Kushida.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, you're in a match."
Got an idea?
Because they're in their gear.
Yeah, we don't have the fight pit. We've got an idea.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have a fight pit, so Kyle and Finn can fight for like an hour? Okay, let's add this instead.
Yeah.
So Shotzi and Kushida, or Shotzida? What are we calling these guys?
Kushi or... Shotzida. Shotzida's good.
Shotzida. The team of Shotzida versus Johnny and Candice, but they're still in their like normal clothes, and they're like, fuck, we gotta wrestle this now. And the match starts, and it's Candice and Shotzi brawling around here. Dexter joins the commentary booth. You heard that right. And it's him just basically making weird facial expressions. And then Vic Joseph's like, hey, Wade, Dexter's wearing a similar tuxedo, colorful suit to mine, and I don't see you making fun of his. And he's like, shut up. Your suits are great. Both of your suits are great. You're great. When we come back from commercial, we have Kushida and Johnny tying it up, which is what we all want to see. And Johnny gets the Gargano escape, but that's countered. There's cross arm breakers and back and forth. There's a jumping shoulder separator move, the baseball punch. And as he's running into the corner, Candice stops Kushida from that. But then Shotzi comes in. There's a sliced bread double team combo from Kushida, helping Shotzi do the flip over there onto Candice. They both do double arm breakers on both of them. There's then Kushida, who opens up the ropes for allowing Shotzi to fly through them. And I mean fly. She dives onto Candice here. Almost eats shit. This is crazy. This is like shooting out of a cannon. This looked insane. They showed the replay. I was like, how did you not fall on your face? It looked... She's insane. But the match continues. Theory, when the ref isn't looking, dumped Kushida off the top, but the ref's like, hey, what are you doing? She kind of could figure out what he did. He's literally right there, and you see
it's a referee. They're not the brightest.
Kushida's just there, and she's like, you did something. But Kushida somehow gains the control while dropping Austin Theory into one of the corners after throwing him into the ring, and then drop toe holding Johnny into Theory's balls. Poor Austin Theory. His balls just getting beat up twice now. And Johnny's like all confused here, which allows Kushida to hit like an O'Connor roll into this crazy pinning bridge, and there's no way Johnny's kicking out of that. And Kushida pins Gargano.
Yeah. Wow. I don't think this was necessarily needed tonight. I would have liked maybe a little longer on the main, although I do think they did the overrun, didn't they?
They did.
But this was fun. I think NXT have actually put on quite a few fun mixed tags. We had the Damian Priest and Io Shirai partnering. We had the Mia Yim and Keith Lee partnering. And I thought Kushida and Shotzi showed pretty good chemistry here. I quite enjoyed all their spots together. And more importantly, it looks like we're setting up for Gargano versus Kushida for the next Takeover, which is a match I really, really want to see and will make that show very much worth watching. And do you assume Shotzi and Candice are still going to continue their feud?
I guess so. I guess you need a blow off there, or maybe you mentioned a multi-women match for the title. They could be added, but I think a feud could just do a singles match, maybe a crazy gimmick these two could have, and number one contenders match, something. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. We've seen Candice have non-title matches in feuds on a takeover with Io and stuff, but yeah, I wouldn't mind this continuing.
Or they'll be involved in something we're about to talk about.
Yeah, which is the Dusty Classic. We were talking about it. It has all the tag teams. There's a bunch of tag teams listed in this. There's Johnny and Austin Theory. There's Undisputed Era. There's Imperium. There's the Grizzled Young Vets. There's Breezango. Everrise. There seems to be some open slots, which could lead to believe Rascals.
Yeah, I think with the Twitch room today, we worked out it's probably a 16-team tournament.
Jeez.
With there's about 5 weeks to go till the next Takeover. So yeah, the Rascals, something I would potentially like to see. I'm not quite sure on Bobby Fish's status, but I would like Finn and Bobby to pair up. So you got both teams in Undisputed Era. I think that could be good, and a potential final there.
Yeah, so all these teams in for the Dusty Classic, but you're asking yourself, well, how does that tie into Shotzi and Candice? And that? There's also an announcement of the Dusty Women's Tag Team Tournament. So not only will there be a men's tag team tournament, but a women's one. So women's tag team wrestling coming soon here.
I think that's a great idea. I think the winner of this tournament should face the women's tag team champions. If it's going to run simultaneously to the men's, again, put that on a takeover. Have the women defend their tag titles on a takeover. And I think it's time to have those titles stay in NXT for a bit, because it's the best women's division. They've got so many women there.
I agree.
So you've got, Raquel and Dakota as a team. You've got Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae as a team. Shotzi, who would you see her partnering with?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Who's her friends? Who was on our team?
It would have been Tegan, wouldn't it? But she's out. Unless Rhea sticks around for that, which I don't particularly want to see, but it could be Shotzi and Rhea. You've got Xia Li and the Master, Karen Q, maybe working as a team.
True.
I think there's...
Ember Moon.
Oh, it'll be Ember and Shotzi. Yeah, that makes sense. And perhaps even, not that you really got any teams, but maybe bring a team from main roster. Or I don't know who they've got in the Performance Center right now.
Who else do we have in NXT? That's a tag. Casey Catanzaro.
Oh, Casey and Caden.
Casey and Carter. Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter. That's a tag team. Oh, we're forgetting one.
Aaliyah.
Oh, well, if Aaliyah needs a tag team partner, needs to be Xia Li.
Let's have Xia Li.
But we can't. It should be Robert Stone and Aaliyah asking her, and then she kicks the shit out of her.
Robert Stone's already tweeted out who's going to partner Aaliyah. Unless they go back to Aaliyah and Mercedes again.
You could bring back the greatest tag team in NXT history. Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke.
Oh, realistically, yeah. They should. I hope they've been training for about a year, not on TV. Yeah. But I'm happy with this announcement. I think it's a good move.
Yes, this sounds great. So more tag team wrestling, more women's wrestling, more women's tag team wrestling. All the wrestling coming soon with the Dusty Classic and stuff. But we kind of glossed over something. You mentioned there's only 5 weeks to what? A takeover?
A
takeover. Now, for any wrestling fans who are in relationships, I'm sorry, because this one kind of sucks. Valentine's Day. Takeover. No name yet. Take over my heart.
Takeover Heartbreak, I think.
Takeover Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Takeover Heartbreaker. How do you not call it that?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that, like... Oh.
And I'm looking at you've got the Takeover kind of image up. I can already see it with, like, red and white hearts and everything.
Yeah. Oh,
Why
man.
not?
So, February 14th, Sunday night, Takeover Heartbreaker is what we're calling it. So, come hang out Valentine's Day. My girlfriend's going to be pissed. But come hang out. We'll do
Get her on as well.
Yeah, we'll bring her on.
You can have your Valentine's meal while I sit here crying watching NXT.
We'll have champagne. So come hang out, and maybe it'll be that. If you want to hang out in the Zoom, the Twitch chat for the watch along for that, bring your spouses, bring your partners, bring your friends, bring anyone you want, your dogs. It's Valentine's Day, and we're gonna make it a damn thing.
It's gonna be like show and tell, but with something you love.
Yeah, exactly. So look for that. We will be doing a watch along and a post show for that coming in the near future.
One other thing, Chris Elliott in our watch along earlier popped me because Wade and Vic were announcing, they were saying hello to South Korea because they were saying about they've got this TV deal in South Korea.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris Elliott pointed out, why does South Korea have a better TV deal than Canada for NXT? Why are we watching this by alternative means every week? And they're going, hi, South Korea!
We're live!
Thanks for joining us live!
Yeah, why the fuck can't we watch it? We're in Canada.
We're next door neighbours! Come on.
Jeez.
We've had takeovers here. We had 2 takeovers down the road. Just down the road. Come on.
Oh, man. We just want NXT on TV.
Yeah.
Here in Canada. We're Canadians. We're nice. We're peaceful. We just want to watch wrestling on Wednesdays.
Watch a wrestling.
God, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if anyone's ever, like, how did these Canadians watch this every week? I don't know, Google. So there's a lot of announcements there. Not only are they now in South Korea, but there's a takeover, there's Dusty Classic Tag Team and Women's Tag Team tournaments. All right, let's go to it. The main event of the evening. Kyle O'Reilly, Finn Balor, 2. The NXT title on the line, a rematch for the ages. They had a match of the year last year at TakeOver 31. Jaws were broken.
That came, was it 4th or 3rd on our list, I think?
You got to listen to the
Yeah,
best
you
match
gotta
ever
listen.
on the Patreon to find out. Kyle O'Reilly, Finn Balor, they put on a hell of a match. One of the best matches I saw last year. Definitely. All-time classic for me, in my opinion. Really, really great. And here is the rematch. We had broken jaws and livers and shots and I don't know what was going on. Injuries.
Fractured teeth.
All
wasn't
sorts
it?
of
Yeah.
shit. Well, you know they're going to fuck with the teeth some
yeah.
more here tonight. And they're going to bite their teeth into this. So, Kyle versus Finn. NXT title on the line. It starts off with technical wizardry from both of them. They're both technically sound. I think, right off the bat, I will say, even before diving into this, that these two have really good chemistry. I like the way they interact, and it makes it seem like it's an actual fight.
I agree. There are some people that as soon as they kind of lock up, you see that. I kind of felt the same with Ibushi and Jay White. You go, oh,
Yep.
These are career rivals now. You see
Yeah.
it with Okada and Omega. And Gargano Ciampa, you see it with these two. As soon as they lock up, you go, oh, these two just click.
Yeah,
They just work so well together.
I think so. I know Kyle O'Reilly has the whole like MMA style fighting and realistic fighting there, but Finn Balor, it really depends on his opponent, kind of the match type that he has. And I feel like when he ties up with Kyle, it's the Finn Balor that I like, the grittier Finn Balor, the mean, the prince that he acts like. He comes out when he fights this guy. So they're going back and forth. Kyle gets put in an abdominal stretch early on, but then tries to use his foot to get to the ropes, but he's like, Finn turns him so he can't reach with his hand or his feet. So Kyle uses his mouth, bites down on the ring ropes to break the hold. It's rope break. But while his teeth are biting down on the ropes, Finn lets go of the hold and kicks the rope, therefore causing serious damage here to Kyle's mouth and jaw. So it's a little twist in the story here where now Finn is beating up Kyle's jaw and attacking that. It's what we call a receipt, says Wade Barrett. The ringside doctor's like, hey, Kyle, you good? And he's like, leave me alone. I want to fight. I want to do this. So the match continues. Balor's now working on him and like stomping him around, and at one point just stomps on his fucking head. Looks great. Hope he's okay. Kyle comes back with a back suplex, but it's instantly countered from Finn into a crossface. Just awesome. There's then Kyle gets back to his feet after getting out of it, sweeps the leg like Cobra Kai. There's a crazy exchange into like a heel hook from Kyle O'Reilly. He gets sent to the outside though, breaks a 9 count. There's a spot where Kyle O'Reilly goes from one submission to the next submission. And Wade Barrett says he's the Rolodex of submission holds.
He's so good. It's very Zack Sabre Jr.-esque.
Yeah.
As soon as you feel them slipping out of a hold or maybe not quite going to tap, you transition to something else, and he does it seamlessly and so smooth. It looks great. It's so entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's art. It's just that. It's like he's putting in all these different submission holds and lets go of the leg and then moves into the arm and then a heel hook here, and it's just impressive and just great. But Finn comes back and starts to target the head and the jaw again, and then hits him with the reverse 1916, the reverse Bloody Sunday, and then turns that into another crossface, just pulling and wrenching on the jaw and the face of Kyle here, but eventually gets to the ropes. Finn hits a sling blade and then a standing double stomp, but as he's about to go up, there's roll-ups and counters back and forth. Kyle hits him with a brain buster and then a cross arm breaker, and he keeps trying to get the arm, and Finn lets go, and the cross arm breaker is applied, and the shot of him holding it is just great. And Finn gets to the ropes, and Kyle can't believe it, so he lets go of the hold. As they both get to their feet, they're trading blows. Finn, once again, just like the last match, as Kyle's running at him, Kyle sets him up to hit him with the knee that he broke his jaw the first time. So Kyle's, you can see, he sets him up with the arms behind the ropes in the corner, and he runs, and he's like signaling that he's going to do it again. But as he runs towards him, it's Finn who hits him with a liver shot, and that's what took Kyle out of their first match originally too. Finn locks in like an abdominal stretch again. Now while he's got him in it, like nailing him with strikes and love taps to the liver here, and then turns the submission move into not only like an abdominal stretch, but like a crossface.
So yeah, he's got stretch. His forearm, as he's holding it, the forearm's going right across the jaw as well. The arm is being pulled back. That arm's been injured. So it's a submission targeting just all of Kyle's injuries.
Yeah, so he's bending back not only the jaw and the liver, but everything. Kyle is a pretzel here, and Kyle O'Reilly has nowhere to go and taps out. Finn Balor retains the NXT Championship, and as he's kneeling there and the ref brings him over the title, Finn is bleeding from the eyebrow all over his face.
No idea where he got busted on this. But...
And the ref is like, here's your title, and Finn just goes, put it in my fucking hands, as he gets the title held, and he's just holding on to it, staring, as the doctors come and are like, yo, Kyle, you all right there, bro? And Finn stands tall with a bloody face, holding the title up. The champion retained.
Kyle's just in the corner looking defeated, dejected. Yui are checking on him.
Yeah.
But he looked like a broken man this second time round.
Yeah.
Really, really good match. Solid TV main event. Not quite up to their first one, I don't think. Mm-hmm. I think maybe it was just that excitement as well of the first one, seeing it for the first time. But I really like the storytelling here with Kyle's jaw. I loved all the different submissions. There's a bit when Finn had the crossface in, and I've never seen anyone do this before, but Kyle is punching the hands that are around his face, so Finn lets go. But obviously, with the story of this match, with Kyle's jaw being possibly broken, he's essentially punching himself in the face to break the hold, which I thought was just another really cool little touch. Really entertaining. I could watch these guys many times.
I'm pretty sure I could watch them wrestle all the time.
Yeah.
If they were to continue this feud down the line, I don't think they'd go back to it right now. But down the line, when maybe you big up Kyle, you have this whole comeback story for the next few months where he has to get in the physical prime of his life to challenge again, and maybe Finn still is the champion around WrestleMania time, and that's when you go back to it again and fully pull the trigger on Kyle O'Reilly, because I think it would be a shame to not have this guy as your
It's got to
main
happen.
guy.
It's got to happen.
He's got to be the main
Yeah.
guy. Like, he's just killer. This was a killer match. I'll agree it wasn't as good as the Takeover match, but for a TV main event, this was pretty lit. I would say check this match out.
I feel I need now some kind of singles feud, like more of a blood feud than a... This is more of a professional rivalry, I feel, these two.
But it's slowly...
Something to have Kyle distracted for a bit before he heads back towards the title picture.
Sure.
But like a semi-main event level singles match for him. Who that guy is, I can't quite place right now.
Yeah, who could he feud with that kind of... you could do a Kushida,
I mean, I'd want the
Johnny.
Kushida, I'd want Johnny down the line.
Down the line there. But yeah, he needs
and
to
that's
rebuild.
why I feel it would be a good idea to maybe keep him busy in the Dusty Classic.
But he's not wrestling.
Sorry?
He's not wrestling in the Dusty Classic.
Well, they've not announced all the teams yet.
So Kyle's going to enter...
I'm saying Kyle and Bobby.
Oh, is Bobby going to... Oh, interesting.
Because then you could have UE. You could have a UE final.
Is Bobby going to come back, you think? Or is he's hurt, right?
I don't know what's wrong with Bobby.
He got hurt in the War Games, I think.
Like, oh, that's what he, like... Was it bad? It was his arm, wasn't it?
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, we'll see. But...
Wow, so you think UE versus... Red Dragon versus UE?
Yeah, that's what I'd like.
Whoa. That'd be
If
crazy.
Bobby's fit, I think that would be great and could be a great kind of, like, friendship, professional rivalry match.
Yeah.
And then maybe you have UE move up and Kyle be like, hey guys, I got some business here. I'm not ready to move on. You leave Kyle and you have the other guys move up.
Damn.
That's how I'd book it. I know you're listening, Trip.
Yeah.
I know you're listening.
Listens to
that
all
Xia
that
Li t-shirt as well while you're at it.
Yeah. The fact
And more Gran Metalik.
Gran Metalik shows that I say I want more Gran Metalik, and ask and I shall receive, I guess. So I also won $1 million, and yeah. So yeah, I thought this match was great. It was hard hitting. It had everything. They were going for the story of now he's gonna attack his jaw and things. It worked because it looked killer. He kicked the rope. His
I
mouth
think
was
because
there.
the first match was so real, all those injuries were legit injuries, and I think the fact that they were playing them with this one, it was cool. It was great storytelling.
Yeah.
But you go, oh, I know what you're trying to do.
Right.
So it didn't quite feel as authentic as the first one.
You're right.
Maybe.
You're right. It definitely was something that wasn't maybe needed to do in this match. You just needed them to go kill each other.
Yeah.
And the fact one of them got... Every time these guys fight, someone's getting hurt.
Yeah.
They've
Finn
tweeted...
again.
They've tweeted that both guys have been checked on because they got some injuries from this match. But, I mean, take it... It's WWE tweeting this out. So take it, for what it is, if it's kayfabe or not. But Finn was bleeding. So Finn, you know Finn's covered in blood. And he's like, for fuck's sakes, every time we fucking tangle. But that's what there's respect... art thing there that both these guys are I want to watch them fight again. I want Finn versus Kyle 3 at WrestleMania Takeover, and Kyle gets the strap.
Sounds good
That's
to
what
me.
I want. But this was a fantastic episode of NXT. I like when they do the specials. We had the fight pit taken away, but it was still a great show. I really like.
I feel we'll have it though. We're gonna have that.
Yeah,
soon.
we will. I like when they do these weekly TV specials. I think that's something that WWE saw AEW do, and we're like, why don't we do that? Even Raw does it. Like, let's have a title match, to promote a super show, essentially, with legends.
Let's not talk about that.
How do they do a legend show and no Carlito? Come on. What is... Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So this, thumbs up for me on this show. I really enjoyed it. I thought the women's last woman standing match delivered. I thought the Cruiserweight match over-delivered. We didn't know that was a thing until last week. And then the main event also delivered. Great show overall.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thumbs up for me.
Let's see what you thought. Forum.postwrestling.com, where we post up every Wednesday the feedback thread, and we'll read any comments or questions we have here. I'll start with Mystery, who says, not going to comment much since I was going to go back to watching the U.S. Capitol stuff, but here are my thoughts, and I understand. He says, Mercedes is not winning that title. I have no idea what she lost, but she's just utterly boring without Robert Stone. The women's Dusty Classic has me more excited than the men's. Any predictions for the teams? Some are obvious, like Indy Candice, Raquel Dakota, Casey Caden, but other than that, I have no idea. I guess Io and Rhea, if she doesn't leave to be called up. Maybe Shotzi Ember as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we said.
Yeah.
We go to Muggin. New Year's Evil was a good start to NXT's 2021. Damian Priest went out on his shield against Karrion Kross, lasting as long as he did hasn't made him look weak. The Cruiserweight title match between Santos Escobar and Gran Metalik was solid. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez brought the violence in their last woman standing match. Dakota Kai getting shoved in the locker was hilarious. And the finish evoked Bam Bam versus Taz. I feel that Rhea's time in NXT has come to an end. Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn 2 was a very good match, a very good main event that was just as physical, but it stuck under the shadow of their first encounter. Kyle using his teeth to get to a rope break was clever. I'm so here for a Wushu assassin, Xia Li.
Wushu assassin. That's exactly what she is. We go to Frank, who says, Zoom was fire. Thanks, guys, for the fun conversation and watch party. Loved the last woman standing match and the main event. While not at the same level as before, was a hard-hitting match with good storytelling. Not sure where Kyle goes from here, but most important, Xia Li did not let us down. Someone check on Dakota, please. 8 Loomis drawings out of 10. Yes, we did a little Patreon Zoom watch along for this because we thought it would be a little fun, a little special, and we got to hang out with some of our patrons, and we have a little community, like we mentioned with our watch alongs and stuff. We have all these friends.
All the friends.
We say we're your friends, and we really are. It's fun watching doing these things. So thank you, Frank, for joining in.
And finally, we go to Hogues Bay.
Wait, he's joined the forum?
He's joined the forum. He figured it out.
Wow.
All right, mates. Zoom chat was fuego tonight. I enjoyed tonight's show, but can't help to think they could have made even more of the hype. Opening with Rhea Raquel would have made more sense to me with the story built in and it being a wild brawl, but I guess Kross is the next challenger, so I understand him wanting to be shown first. However, that match wasn't fantastic for me. I don't really love either guy. Cruiserweight match was good, the main event was good but didn't live up to the TakeOver Classic. Cutting into its match time with The Ways match felt strange to me. That could have been announced for next week. I think you could reorganize this show into a classic, but I still liked it overall. 5 weeks until TakeOver, I'm excited to see what we get. Finally, Xia Li! I loved everything about this. The 16:9 ratio for the entrance, the leader's spooky-ass makeup, Xia looking like a killer, Boa mean mugging on the outside. As soon as Io is done with Mercedes, please push Xia. Also, if Triple H is listening, please give me merch ASAP. Thank you. Cheers, lads.
He wants the Xia Li shirt.
The Xia Li shirt. Well, you can't get a Xia Li t-shirt right now, but what you can get is an upNXT hoodie or t-shirt from prowrestlingtees.com/upnext.
There you go. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the feedback there. That's what you thought. That's what we thought of New Year's Evil. We hope you're having an evil New Year. I guess that's not really a good thing to say considering the world these days. But
we can now. We've had New Year's Evil.
Yeah.
Let's put the evil behind us
and talk about love.
Have a lovely New Year. Yeah, love, well, everyone.
I mean, because the next takeover
Valentine's Day, yeah, Halloween, whatever.
So thank you for listening and supporting. We are going to be doing an AEW show, depending when you're listening to this. Tomorrow, Thursday, the 7th of January at like 1 p.m. We're going to be just twitching we're working on some things with the Elite show. We obviously talk about AEW and stuff on the Patreon and do a lot of it for free. The show is eventually going to be moved to the free feed because we just love AEW so much. So look for that, but we're going to be twitching a lot more on Thursdays as well. So just, again, follow all the socials and stuff. If you like hanging out, and I don't know if you're stuck at home, working from home, whatever, and you can hang out with us and throw us on, we'd love for you to come hang out.
Absolutely, yeah. Follow the Facebook page, the upNXT group on Facebook, and the Twitter, because we'll be announcing when we go on Twitch. I've been playing The Last of Us Part 2. We've been playing WWE 2K19, and been playing a lot of Jackbox with you guys, and I'd love to see as many of you as possible play Jackbox with us. And it gets a bit outrageous.
It does.
The rap no holds barred. The rap battle stuff. Didn't know he had so many good rappers in the upNXT community.
Yeah, and who knew people love butt stuff?
Yeah, Dave Meltzer played the other day.
What?
Yeah, Dave Meltzer played, Master Watto played.
Oh, because you can name yourself anything.
What?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was actually Big Dave.
Come on. Come on.
If we're getting
Wrestle Kingdom was over.
If we're getting Big Dave on a show, it's going to be best match ever, not Jackbox.
Let's do both. Shoot your shot.
So come follow us and hang out with us in all these trying times and crazy times. At UpNXT Podcast, Twitter and Instagram. And the free Best Match Ever Brody Lee Show. Let us know what some thoughts and stuff. The feedback thread for that is open. We're going to be recording that tomorrow at some point. So get that in there as well. We were going to be looking back. We covered the AEW Brody Lee Tribute Show, which I think we made free as well. So go listen to that because I thought that was such a beautiful tribute, and we go in depth on that. So all the shows, patreon.com/upnext. $5 is all it takes to support the BDE and get access to all the podcasts, because holy shit, we podcast a lot, but we love doing it and we do it for you. So we hope you're all right.
Absolutely.
Love over hate.
Love over
all
hate.
that stuff.
Yes.
Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And fuck, God, I'm out. I'm out of things.
You're out of things.
Yeah. What's going on?
Ahoy.
First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.